Tune in and watch Lori and Amelia as they talk health and wellness, keep you in the know, highlight do-gooders in promo, and spill the tea in Never Have I Ever. And now, it's time for the rundown.
Hey!
Oh my gosh. Hi, Amelia.
So good to see you, and I'm so happy to record. I missed you last week, but we'll get into all that. So let me get through the business part of this so we can get into the silliness of it. So hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 92 of The Rundown. I'm Amelia Madl with Promo Corner, and of course, this lovely lady next to me is Lori Bolton of Totally Bamboo. All right, well, we got lots to talk about, but before we do, let's talk about our sponsor, Infinity Her. So Infinity Her is the only headwear supplier in the promo industry with an exclusive line of headwear engineered for women. They have 9 styles and 78 colorways, and the line of styling and variety to meet the needs of everyday's women. They have 2 patent pending technologies. The Elude is the band inside, and I think I showed that last time. So if you're got your makeup on, because it's really hard to put your makeup on only from your eyebrows down and not do the foundation on your head. So then when you take your hat off, you have that gross ick. Now you can just wipe it down with a damp cloth and it does not stain, and it's moisture wicking, so it's breathable for all day comfort. And then the Evolve is, you can see this cutie patootie little girl with her high pony there. The Evolved is a patented concealed ponytail. So each cap can be worn with the ponytail pulled through the hole. Or you can wear it down for that everyday look. And the keyhole is hidden, so you don't have that big gap on the back of your hat if you are wearing your hair down. So shout outs to Infinity Her and Ramona. And go check them out at infinitypg.com today. And I should have one on, but I was doing some other filming today, so I already had 10 hats on. And so I just, once I finally brushed my hair back down, I didn't put a hat on, but I should have had one.
That's okay. You look absolutely amazing without a hat or with a hat. So,
you know, it's bad when I get on my morning calls and they're like, "Oh, you look cute today." I'm like, "Thanks. I curled my hair and put on makeup." You're not used to that.
You're not used to that. Let's go back to the hat for a second, because last episode we filmed, Infinity Her was our sponsor, and you were like trying on the hat, but you had surgery on your head.
Oh, well, I didn't have surgery. They biopsied a little piece, and I still have the bump there. I can still feel it, and they haven't called me. So I'm guessing that I don't have like a brain aneurysm or anything because I haven't got my test back, or they're scared to call me. I don't know. Either way, it appears fine.
Okay, good. It just dawned on me like, oh my God, I haven't even checked with you on your like biopsy. What happened?
They haven't called me, so I know it takes a few weeks. I'm guessing if there was something wrong, they would call me and send me a postcard. I don't know. I have not been bit by any more ticks since then, so that is a good thing.
Gosh, so crazy.
Living on the farm, girl, there's ticks. I never know who's bringing them in, the boys or the dogs. I can't tell because they're all out in the woods all the time, so I don't know.
Gosh, it's so crazy. It's crazy.
Bad, 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 bad. So what's new with you?
Oh my gosh, girls. So Pilates is going great. I'm actually teaching classes now, like on my own. I'm on the schedule. Like, it's amazing. I know. And I know I had mentioned we went to Del Mar.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a cute picture of us. So we matched outfits. It was so much fun. So this is, I don't think I mentioned this last time. So we're in the suite for this winery we belong to, and Mr. Trefethen Wineries up in Napa, 488 acres. He's the second largest winery in Napa, which is in California. And he said, okay, race 3 is coming. You need to bet on beautiful red. No, handsome red. Sorry, handsome red. And so it was like, yeah, we're thinking he has some interest in this horse. So we're all betting on it. And the horse gets injured during the race. And there's 6 of us. There's 3 couples from Arizona. And I've been to the races since I was a little girl. This has happened 2 other times when I've attended races. And next thing you know, a tent goes up and they euthanize the horse. So I know.
This is a terrible story.
Amelia, you're on a farm. Like, I know. Trust me, it ruined our entire day. Our entire weekend was ruined because I've got firefighters with me. I've got an OR nurse with me. And they're like, why can't it just be like, go graze in a field? Maybe it can't race anymore, but why can't it go just like to the field and go like be a pony? Like, just
a horse can't get around on 3 legs like most animals because of their mass. So most of the times if a horse breaks its leg, they have to be euthanized. And yeah, unless they had some major training facility. And even then, like I know my in-laws have horses and they race down in Oklahoma and stuff. And they have, if a horse gets hurt, they go to very specific vets. And they can help with like muscle things, but if a leg gets broken, pretty much that's a done deal for a horse.
I had to walk out once I knew that the vet was being pulled onto the field. I mean, it's a trailer, it's an ordeal, right? And then you've got the groundsmen that come and like put this barricade up so nobody can see. I'm like, I'm out, come get me when this is all done. Because it's, and Ashley, it's too much. It's too much. This is a 3-year-old horse. It's the 3rd horse to die since July 23rd. So within a 3-week period, 3 horses have been euthanized on Del Mar. And as we're walking into Del Mar, you've got all these protesters, like massive amounts of protesters saying what they're doing to these horses is wrong and the signs. And so when this happened, we're like, make sure we don't go out that same place we came in. Like we need to go out another, because to their point, right? And we did do a little bit of research. I mean, they are giving them like frog venom. They're giving them stuff to make them race, to go crazy where they're injuring themselves. So I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
Because in different states, there's different regulations with horse racing. But I know where my in-laws race, like you can't even give a horse like a cortisone shot or like vitamins, like certain vitamins. They're not allowed. If they test for any of that, they're banned. They're not able to race. Like they are very strict in like Oklahoma and Kentucky, where they've been putting horses in races. But that's what they do. They race them and then they retire them and then they stud them. So they make a good money off of stud fees, because when you have a champion horse that wins awards, they also show horses. So they're all over the place with all kinds of horses at all times. But okay, that was the worst story ever. You're fired.
I had to share because I'm still like, I still think about like, I go back and I'm like, this is just so sad. Mark and I were so upset, and this was his like first time seeing it. And I'm like, this has happened 2 other times now. This is 3 in my horse watching, if you will. And yeah, it was very, 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 very disturbing. So then fast forward, everybody's back in the suite. You know, there's 11 races, 12 races, whatever, wine's flowing. The owner of this horse was in our suite. So when Mr. Trefethen was saying, you know, let's put money on the 3 horse and race 3, Handsome Red, the owner was in our suite. So just like, it was bad. I'm sorry yeah, I know it's horrible, but I would love like for people, if they've seen it or if they've been around it, obviously you have, Amelia, but and so I was asking questions like, why couldn't we save this horse? So they said if a leg like that breaks and they were to fix it, they would have to hoist the horse up, because they sleep standing too. It's very little time they're lying down.
They rarely lay down.
So to hoist them, it does damage then to their belly, to like their whole intestines and inner side. So then they end up with something else. Like there's not many options, but oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm traumatized.
Okay, well, I'm going to turn this show around because you just brought us way down. So sorry to the fan base that I met last week at SAC Show. We're gonna get this shit back up.
So
okay.
I had to share because it's like, I'm sure other people have experienced it, right? But it's horrible.
Any animal or pet having to put down is awful. So I have two things. I have a funny story about myself where I will, make fun of myself and tell you something I did, or I have a celebration. Which would you like to hear first? I'll make them both quick.
Oh, let's do a funny story about yourself.
Funny story. Okay. So a few weekends ago, my son spent the night with a buddy last minute, wasn't planning on it. And then he needed to be home early in the morning because my in-laws were picking him up to go to the 4-H to watch his cousin show one of his steers. So Maddox was supposed to be home at like 7. They were going to get him at 8:30. The dogs start barking like crazy at like 7:45. So I assume it's Maddox, and the doors are all locked. So I just jump up out of bed. I only wear a t-shirt or tank top and underwear because I get hot. So I take my pants off when I go to bed. I run to the sliding glass door because I'm just going to unlock it for him real fast, knowing that it'll take him some time to walk from the garage to the house where he parks. I open the curtain on the sliding glass door, and my mother and father-in-law are standing there, and I'm in there in my tank top and underwear. And I go, open the door, and I go, and I run up.
What are they doing there?
Oh.
Okay.
So anyways, luckily my father-in-law was looking away, like looking out towards the yard. And then I run and put pants on, and I run back into the kitchen, and I'm like, hi, good morning. They're like, sorry to catch you. We're looking for your son. I was like, he's not here. They're like, you lost your kid? I'm like, no, he's somewhere. He'll be here shortly. But yeah. So I got caught in my underpants. And then the other day on Sunday, the dog barked. I opened the door. This time I put pants on and was brushing my teeth, and I peeked out the hallway, and my father-in-law was drinking coffee. So at least I put pants on and had clothes on before I opened my bedroom door this time. So
yes, but who would have thunk, right? Who would have thunk? And do they come by often?
No, and not at 7:30 in the morning, like on a weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I literally just thought my son had pulled up because he has his base going, and so whenever he pulls up down the driveway, the dogs always bark. I was just gonna be nice and unlock the door and then run back to my bedroom. I did not expect to see 2 people standing there.
Oh. And not only 2 people, your in-laws.
My father-in-law goes, what was that? And my mother-in-law goes, a half-naked mama that was a little nervous.
It's so funny. That is funny.
There's my story. We're bringing that up. And on top of that, I just have to give a shout out to Promo Corner because this week is our 25th birthday. So we've been celebrating and doing stuff all week. So
fun. Happy birthday, Promo Corner. I've been with you like, what? 4 years?
Yeah.
Amazing.
2 of our staff were not born yet, and one of them was a newborn back when the company started in 99. So if that doesn't make you old, I don't know what will.
I love it.
So Lori, what are our tips for loving with Lori besides don't answer the door in your underpants?
I love it. So we're going to focus on collagen today. So collagen, so good for you, for men and women, for everybody. So salmon, your lemon, garlic, your kidney beans, your egg whites, chocolate is good for you. Bone broth. I cannot wait till fall and winter comes. I make my own bone broth. Your berries and your pumpkin seeds. So I put my pumpkin seeds actually in the granola I make. So some benefits of collagen. You've got, of course, your skin. People talk about it all the time. It helps with the appearance of wrinkles, stretch marks, and cellulite. It helps new skin cells grow and replace dead skin cells. Helps with your hair, teeth, and nails. It actually can improve the health of the hair, teeth, and nails. Gut health, we talk about this all the time. Gut health is the kingdom. It controls everything. So it can help seal the intestines and heal leaky gut, which can help with digestion and inflammatory bowel disease. It can also soothe inflamed tissues and strengthen the gut lining. And then, of course, joints. Collagen can help seal the intestines with a leaky gut, which can help with digestion. So it's really, really good for you. I use one from Costco, and Mark's actually got me like little tiny packets for travel, and I put it in my coffee every morning. You cannot taste it. It's not chalky. It's not powdery. It dissolves perfectly. It doesn't have a taste to it. And that's how I make sure I get my collagen. So really, really good. Collagen.
Good to know. So I've done the powdered collagen.
Yes.
There's some brand that Jennifer Aniston promotes.
Yes,
I can't remember.
that's what I
the one
use.
that's
Yes.
what you recommend? Okay. I can never feel the difference in my joints, maybe just because I'm really creaky. So my question is there a difference if you're doing the powdered collagen versus one of these more natural ways of getting it straight from the source?
That's a good question. I would actually do both because I'm not eating salmon every day. I'm not doing bone broth every day. I'm not doing beans every day. I'm not doing eggs every day, right? I try to get it in my foods, but it's not guaranteed that I'm going to get it every single day. So with my package, it's called Vital Proteins, actually. It's in a white and blue container, if you will. So I would do both. You can't have too much. You can't have too much collagen.
Okay. I cannot OD from collagen intake.
You can't OD from collagen. I would make sure, like, again, I'd get it in the morning, and I haven't taken mine yet this morning because I haven't had my mushroom coffee, but I'll get it this afternoon in one of my drinks. And because I'll put it in some warm water or some tea, some afternoon tea. And so to answer your question, no, I would do both.
Okay.
Very good question, though.
So you can never have so much collagen that your face just starts lifting up the other way.
No, because if it did, it would help like this, I would be like eating it for every meal.
Yeah.
I would just pour it and add some almond milk and just eat it. So no.
I need some cool down. I had to, it was cold in here this morning and I was doing some stuff. So I threw on a sweatshirt and now I'm getting hot. So
yeah, it's getting a little warm in here too. I was colder, but it's still so hot up here.
It's 80 outside and I have a sweatshirt on. Redonkulous.
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 Didn't
want to strip on this program. I'll wait till somebody shows up at my door before I take any layers off.
Yeah, you've got way too many clothes on.
I know, I do. I have two. Okay, so Lori, what does Lori know? I feel like I need a soundtrack.
Do you know what? We should have a soundtrack. I love that screenshot so much. I love that whole creative, if you know, you know. So Kate Allen is CEO, president over at Promo Shop, and Mark Gammon, CEO of Cap America. Both are on the ballot for PPAI board of directors. And I believe voting closes, Amelia, on the 26th.
I would not bet my life on it because I'm really bad with dates, but yes,
okay.
Soonish.
So those are the two that are on the ballot for the board of directors for PPAI. Amazing, amazing candidates. Love them both. Worked with Kate through, of course, Promo Shop. And also, I know she's super involved in women's leadership. She is an amazing speaker, presenter, human being, mother, friend. She's an amazing human. So I don't know Mark as well, but again, both solid candidates on the ballot.
Yep. We love our Katie. I've worked with her for the past 3 years on women's leadership. She was at the SAC show, actually. She was helping promote Promo Kitchen because she's gotten involved in that. So she was there working. And she has invited some of us to be on this kind of a book club. And she gave me this book. She sent a book to several of us. I just have to share it, getting way off topic. Rich AF by Vivian Tu. So I've actually been reading. I haven't got very far, but I have been reading it. And then she invited Vivian to speak. So she's actually going to come onto a Zoom call and talk to us about her book. And it's very interesting. It's talking about financial wealth and how you can gain it when you don't have it. You know, you're not inheriting it and you're not a person that comes from wealth. I'm going to make my daughter read it after me. Luckily, my daughter is not one of the people that she's writing about because she does have stuff that she'll be inheriting with all the stuff we've been working for. Yes. But it's a really good book, and all women should be more conscientious about their finance and how to manage it and control it and be part of the conversation. So getting a little off topic, but love our Katie. Other big news. So S&S acquired Alpha Broder. That's
big news. That's big news.
How big will their booth be in Vegas next year? They'll just have the whole floor.
Yeah, exactly.
And then also, Ashley Nelson has been promoted to Senior Director of Partnership Management at S&S. That is a mouthful for a business card. And I don't know if you saw this, but Bell Promo is continuing to add to their amazing sales staff. So they recently brought on Dan Jenny, Lee Kosaka, and Jeff Colley. So they are just...
They're on fire.
It was Susan and Tom, and now there's like a whole room full of them. So that is awesome. On the other side, I guess a little bit sadder news, Quick Point closed its doors after 96 years of business. The owner's retired and his kids have all gone other avenues for their career paths, so they are closing. Jeff, I hope I say his last name right, Nanis, who was the president of AAA Innovations, is retiring. And then some things to keep in mind for, if you know, you know, Gap is gearing up for the Brand South Show, which happens September 16th, 17th. So, and then Promo East is coming up September 26th. And if anyone is there, come find me because I will be there with the one and only Holly Moore by my side.
Ooh.
Will Lori Bolton be attending this show?
That's a very...
Put her on the spot.
I don't know. I haven't even gotten that far yet. I'm not even into September, but I need to check. I just wrote it down. September 26th. Is it the casino still?
Yes, it's at Harris.
At Paris? Yes, Harris, not Paris.
Harris.
My mind's like international. I will check and get back to you because if I'm there, because we filmed there before, I would love to film.
We need to, yeah. And Hallie can be our camera operator.
Yes.
And do a special.
I love that.
Do-gooders. Lori, not the people, not the doctors on the horse circuit. They are not the do-gooders. So
I'm sorry. I had to share though. I had to share my experience. And again, Mark and I were very, very sad. Our whole group was actually.
Very, very traumatic. I don't know how you
traumatic.
Well, let's talk about something happier, or cancer's not happy, but let's talk about someone that's trying to make it better. So Charles River Apparel has 16 styles in its line that support breast cancer research. Did you know that?
No.
I didn't either. I just found out and I love it. And so in addition to that, in addition to those 16 styles that support it, from August 1st to October 31st, its Give Back program called River to Research will donate 10% of the purchase price of those select pink styles to Breast Cancer Research Foundation. And since 2022, they have raised over $24,000 in the mission of preventing and curing breast cancer by advancing the world's most promising research. And that's enough to enroll nine patients in a supported clinical trial, which has over 480 hours of groundbreaking research, or it funds 2 years worth of general supplies for the supported labs. So
amazing.
That goes a long ways and for a lot of good causes. And I think breast cancer research is near to dear to pretty much everyone's heart. Somebody knows somebody that's been touched by that disease.
Absolutely incredible.
Yes. So sorry, we're taking everybody on a roller coaster. We're down, we're up, we're down, we're up. I was watching some trends on what's been happening in the industry, but you haven't had to travel for a little bit. So do you have anything that we should be aware of or watch? Or
no,
read?
We watched some comedy this weekend. We actually went to a comedy show the weekend before, which was so fun. And then we Mark's been trying to get me like exposed to some more Black culture, if you will. So Cat Williams, have you heard of Cat Williams? So we watched a couple of his over the weekend, and he is funny. Funny.
Is there a Netflix special right now?
There might be. This was on The Woke.
Whoa.
Is that right? Yeah, like that's I think the title of it. Anyhow, we watched a couple, and it's so good. He's really good. He's funny.
Okay.
Has he
brought you into more music genres? Because I know you're pretty limited on white girl music. Do you have a larger expansion in African American music now?
Yes.
Is he broadening your horizons?
He is totally broadening my horizons. Wait till I tell him that.
Don't feel bad, Mark. She doesn't know white girl music either. It's all good.
I gotta make sure he doesn't have access to this episode.
Oh, that's funny.
It is funny.
I can't remember what I watched because I've been watching stuff at airports and in rooms and, when you travel. And so I only comprehend part of it because I fall asleep or doze off. So I did pull up something more industry wise that maybe suppliers and distributors are noticing as well. But I read an article that a growing number of distributors are sourcing products directly from vendors outside of the US and Canada, and are moving particularly to vendors located in China and other Eastern Asian nations. Laura, you've worked on the supplier side a lot. You've never been a distributor, right?
I did when I first started, but this is 25 years ago. Yeah.
Okay. The same time Portal Corner started.
Yes. I've been in the industry 25 years.
Happy birthday to you as well, then, Lori.
Happy birthday. Gosh, Amelia, I think it's very risky unless you have a relationship with the factory. I think it's very risky to go direct. So
you don't.
You have to give, your performance. So you have to give 50% up, and who's to say that they're not going to, I've had it happen to people that I know that have given the 50% large orders and the factory is no longer there. Like there's no, you can send a friend.
There's no repercussions. It's like
there's nothing. And there's no, what's the word I'm looking for? There's no evidence that the building was even there, that there was a factory even there. So I just would proceed with caution. You've got some amazing, more than some, hundreds of amazing suppliers that have done the work, that have people on the ground over there that do factory checks. They're compliant. It's not, not using child labor. The products, what they say they're going to make. I would really just partner with your supplier partners and let them navigate that process, since they're the experts at it.
Yeah, take the pain away from you.
Yeah.
And there's good sourcing companies here too. So if they're, traditional suppliers don't do anything beyond what they offer, go to a sourcing company. If you're trying to create something outside the box, that's literally why they are around. So it did say more than 6 in 10 distributors sourced direct in 2024, which is up 47% from 2022. So
that's a lot.
Interesting.
That's very interesting. And again, I've had it happen to friends where they're on their own and they're trying to get, a greater margin by going direct. And now all of a sudden they're out $10,000 because that was the pro forma deposit and it's gone. There's no way to get that money back. So really, did you get a couple extra $1,000 out of this?
Nope. The answer is no, people. You don't have to think. We'll tell you. No.
Yeah. No.
No. Well, I don't know if you have something pulled. So let's see, Lori. Okay. Lori, I have a question for you. One, you're off center.
My camera will find me.
There you go. Okay, question for you. And this is more of a personal question because I guess they're all personal, but this is something that I have found. So I went to Disney when we had SAC. We had a dinner and then we were free to roam around the park afterwards. It is not the happiest place on earth for me. It is way too many people, way too many strollers and kids, and I get like basically the equivalent of hangry there. And the people with me can attest that I was like not having it. So my question is, have you ever gotten sick after riding a roller coaster?
No, I love roller coasters.
You do. I hate them.
Love roller coasters. So I have not gotten sick. It's been years since I've been on a roller coaster, but I have not gotten sick on a roller coaster. Have you? Have you barfed?
Yeah, I literally can ride in a taxi cab and get car sick. Like yeah. So I rode first I rode the Pinocchio ride, which is like when you're just riding around and all little things are singing at you. I was like, this is my speed. And then we did like a little riverboat. It was terrible. The ride needed to be taken away and redone. They finally talked me into getting on one roller coaster, and I was looking in the lines, like how many kids. And I was like, okay, there's several like 10-ish age kids. Like they're fine. This was the picture. I don't know if you can see it very well.
Oh my gosh.
So that's David Glenn from Coaster Stone, and then me and Lindsay Bond. That was when we took off. By the end of it, I was like, get me off of here. I was sitting next to Lindsay holding on, and I had my eyes shut and my head down. She kept going, are you okay? And I was like, just until we get on the curve. Let me just go like this.
Oh my gosh.
Children were riding this, and I was like, nope. They're like, you need a drink to relax. I said, no. If I drink, the person behind me is going to smell it because, yeah. No bueno. So don't take me on roller coasters unless you want to see what I'm doing today.
No fish, no avocados, no roller coasters for you. This list is getting like extensive. I may need to start writing it down.
Feeling super high maintenance these days.
It's okay. High maintenance is okay. You're with a high maintenance gal, so you're good.
I'm not that bougie, I swear.
Well, we are bougie in our own little way, right?
I'm just got a very sensitive little tummy.
But Amelia, how can you say you're not bougie? You brought your pillow to our sleepover.
Yeah, but that was in Kansas City. I drove in my car and brought it. I do not take my pillows when I go on an airplane.
I love it. I love it.
I do, however, take them when I drive.
Yeah.
Sorry, what can I say?
It's all good.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for listening and watching and coming up and talking to me. I've met so many people just from them knowing us from the show. I'm like, excuse me? How do you know me? Do we know? I wasn't drinking last night, so I'm pretty sure I'd remember. But yeah, it's amazing. So
it's so
shout out
good
to our sponsors, all of our sponsors, and specifically Infinity Her this week. Women make up 50% of the population, so it is time we have a hat made specifically for her, us. Be sure to share your do-gooders, comments. Tune in again on September 13th. That's Friday the 13th. Ooh. No black cats.
No black cats and don't walk under ladders.
That's right. No breaking years. 7 years of bad luck.
Yes. No,
we'll see you again Friday the 13th. Bye.
Bye.